this side.
I got you.
Can I get my shirt and my shorts, huh? Thank you. No fucks were given today. I'm actually at all my clean clothes. That explains all the outfits today. Just trying to get my life together. So, you appreciate that, yeah? Salud! So, before I get on my stage time, I cried today. It was ugly. I cried because there's a man in Texas, Dallas, named Botham Jean, who was killed in his own apartment. And maybe you don't care in the back, that's okay. But he was sleeping and a cop walked in on him and shot him to death and said that he didn't respect the commands. And he was a good man, 27, college graduate. And it really made me aware that no matter what we do, how we look, how educated we are, what we wear, we're not safe anywhere. And it's even sadder because I'm in a black fraternity, and yesterday my fraternity hazed a boy so bad we killed him in Riverside. And we can't even keep our own people safe. And it really sucks because I complain about police brutality and injustice, but then even in college, when we have a young 19-year-old trying to do something nice in his life, we go over the top as toxic black masculinity goes. We kill that boy. And our chapter is suspended, we're actually done actually, under investigation. And it really dawned on me, damn, we're not safe nowhere, yo. I caught my mama crying because I have a lot of resentment for her. And she doesn't have anything to do with my pain, but who else can I call? This poem is dedicated to Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick. You may never be inducted into Canton, but you have ushered us into a new era of the civil rights movement. Moving the chains, leaving owners cotton mouth as you conjure up one last victory lap. Overlapping time and GQ, the peerless fight of the citizen of the year. There was no deflating footballs, but you pierced a nation's historical amnesia. There was no rape case. In fact, you forced America to question her patriotism.
Yeah.
TV ratings and game attendance have taken a nosedive, but even if you never take another snap under center, your legend has become immortalized. You are on a Mount Rushmore of athletic icons, next to Jackie Robinson, next to Hank Aaron. You are in elite company with Olympians John Carlos and Tommy Smith for meddling in affairs much larger than max contracts. When you planted your body into the ground, no football expert could have ever predicted that you would bloom from such adversity. Yet you have, and you are just doing it. You could have chosen football over philanthropy, but you showed little colored boys in the hood you could be both activist and athlete. Your donations to Asada's daughters and helping oppressed mothers made Malcolm smile so bright you could see the Milky Way with the naked eye. In fact, by sacrificing your dream, you showed you had the biggest cojones in sports. When you knelt during times of challenge and controversy, it was enough to make MLK's day. Not since Ali opposed war has the promised land looked more segregated. Lady Liberty can call you a traitor, but every Black History Month, your name will be mentioned among the greatest. Years from now, There will be a 30 for 30 special on SportsCenter about how your stand against police brutality brought our nation to its knees. Amputated by the anthem no longer, our body parts have laid on fields for far too long. It's ironic. Society would hate to make you a martyr. But just like Fred Hampton and Medgar Evans, your back will tell stories that books never had the spine to carry. In fact, we are fed up to our necks that you have been chastised for everything fictional heroes are worshipped for. Ironic, the same people that pray your downfall pray for a Lord and Savior. I wonder what they thought of him. And the only reason they burn our Nikes is because they ran out of crosses to burn. So I will say, a crowd in Alabama laughed as the president tried to disarm your message. Conservatives have butchered your name. Fans have defaced your jersey. You have been cut from an entire league. The Willie Lynch letter shared a similar method about how to break an uncivilized nigger. Strip him in public. Tar and feather him. Tie legs against horses, face in 2 different directions. Light him on fire and beat them until they pull him apart. Is that not our country right now? The only difference between the NFL and America is time. Thank you.